Live from the 2015 International Lindy Hop Championships. This live broadcast is sponsored by
European Swing Dance Championships 2015 will be held in London, 15th through 18th of October. ESDC is Europe's biggest swing dance competition event. 800 plus dancers from around the world take over a beautiful London hotel for 4 days of non-stop action. 19 competitions with big cash prizes and live music for all the finals. 3 days of workshops with international instructors, all-night parties, vintage market, lectures, tasters, and more. Tickets now on sale at www.europeanswing.com. The Boston Tea Party. The Boston Tea Party is March 17th through 20th, 2016. The Tea Party is celebrating its 20th anniversary. Lindy, Balboa, West Coast swing workshops, competitions, and social dancing to live bands. For more information, go to teapartyswings.com. And the BTP is sponsoring Swing Kids, a scholarship grant to mentor young swing dancers. Applications will soon be posted to our website, teapartyswings.com. The DC Lindy Exchange. Dancers called DCLX their favorite exchange. Michael Gamble called DCLX a musical explosion, and so exciting that the dancers and organizers are on board with this level of investment in the music. Paul Cosentino said that DCLX's energy was off the charts, and Andy Nishida said of this past DCLX, "It's nights like this that make me feel fortunate to be alive." Get ready to top all of that as we celebrate 15 years in style by bringing you 15 all-star bands. See you in April 14th through 17th, 2016 in the nation's capital. Stay tuned at dclx.org.
Solo Jazz, Charleston Division. This is a solo American vernacular jazz dance contest. Dancers must include Charleston variations and may also include black bottom and vernacular jazz movements. Dancers will dance to music selected by ILHC in the preliminary rounds. The finals will be danced in a jam format to a live band.
And we are back. Welcome to the last competition of the evening. Hard to believe we're already there. Yeah, there we are. Hey. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, for day one of the International Lindy Hop Championships. You're just tuning in now. I'm Rick Panganiban with Yehoodi.com, and we've got a very special guest, Ramona Staffeld. Great to have you here.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. So we thought Ramona would be great to have in the booth to talk to you guys a little bit about solo jazz, since it's a very different competition than other competitions you're going to see. Like, you don't get to hold someone's hand. It's just
That's
you.
Right. You're jazzing collectively with the room and with the musicians, but primarily, you're in it on your own.
Yeah. So I asked people ahead of time if they had any questions for Ramona about solo jazz and you know, sort of how you think about it and sort of strategies for doing well. I don't know. Do you think much about it?
No. It's really important to me that when I get out there, I'm dancing and that I separate my practice time from my dancing time, and I see that doesn't always happen. Folks get out there and they're kind of somewhere in the middle, where they're not completely in the moment, they're not present, they're not letting the environment affect them, the music that affect them, their fellow competitors.
Yeah.
But they're still kind of in the thinking space and the precision space that can be limiting and hold them back. So hopefully what I do is I put the time in the studio. I work my butt off with a metronome, and maybe I don't really watch clips, but some people do. And I practice and I tap dance, and that definitely affects my jazz.
Sure.
But ultimately, I practice and then I dance, and they've got to be separate entities almost, separate experiences.
Huh. I
hope that's helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was someone who was asking, like, should I just go balls out and do be super energetic at the top, or should I start slow and ramp up? I mean,
you got to do what the music does. Right? That's it. It's all there for you. You just got to be receptive.
Absolutely. And tonight is going to be particularly exciting to be receptive because we've got such a great band.
Yeah.
Playing tonight, Jonathan Stout's band, and then they'll be dancing in a jam format to the band.
Yep.
So they don't have no idea what's going to happen because they're like, oh, I guess it's a sax solo or whatever, or it's a drum solo.
Yeah, you kind of get what you get, and you don't get upset. Hey, right? But you'll see. Things might get passed around. Like last year, somehow we all got turning. Like somebody started it off, and then I was like, oh, it's time to do some shenanigans.
Yeah.
Which might also address that question about movements from other dance languages being done in this context and how that might be. So
yeah,
we'll see what we see. Maybe we see some other kinds of movement.
Right.
Maybe not.
So what I'm hearing is you are dancing by yourself, but you're also dancing with obviously other dancers. The one who went before you, the one who went after you.
Yes.
And it's a jam format, and you're dancing to the band. So you're paying attention to the band, and there's an audience who are shouting at you or encouraging you. So you're dancing for the audience. So it sounds like there's a lot going on. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I get scared just thinking about it. We have, so for those of you who haven't tuned in before, we are putting you guys in the judges' seat. It's such a hard division to judge, right? But we have a poll that you can go online and say who you thought won the solo jazz division at ILHC. So if you go to Yehoodi.com right now, go to Yehoodi.com/solo jazz, you can see the list of all the competitors, actually ahead of everyone in the room, and start to sort of form a mental picture about how you think about them, whatever, and see them come out. I don't think it's the order. It might be a different order, but those are the dancers who are in the finals tonight. So keep that in mind, that you can be judging along with the judges.
Oh,
and
they're
course,
always judging, Rick.
Well, yeah,
on.
That's true. But now your judge will get counted, and we'll try and look at your judgments at the end to see who you thought won the solo jazz division this year. So, but how have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, had a great time in Harangue.
Oh.
The whole year there's been a lot of highlights. I was in Rio de Janeiro.
Ooh, first time?
My first time. Shout out to all you dancers in Brazil. It's a really special place.
Yeah, if you're in Rio, say it in the chat.
Hey, I should say it?
No, they could say they're hi in the chat. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
At Istanbul, I got to head out and dance with folks in a lot of new places this year.
Yeah.
And Harangue was just off the charts. And then I was home for a month in Melbourne, which was glorious. Really gave me a chance to settle in and work on myself. I went to ballet class.
Oh, okay.
I was tap dancing on my own, training in the studio, taking time and also with others. And I got to one class with one of my teachers, Grant Swift, who I love. Hey, Grant. He's probably not watching, but
you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, we've got all 700 of you all in the chat, I see here. So logging in from all over the place. Feel free to say where you're logging in from, so we know to give you a shout out if you want us to give a shout out to your local location. So I never danced in Melbourne. What's the dancing like out there?
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it is. It's probably the biggest or the largest Lindy Hop community swing scene in the southern hemisphere.
Oh, okay.
That sounds pretty fancy.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, we've got great bands, great music, some nice floors. That really matters to me. Some good wood.
Yeah.
And a lot of diversity. So dancers who are new and excited, and you got folks that've been around for a long time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Adelaide. That's good. We love Adelaide. Brisbane, Sydney. We love New Zealand and Perth.
Yeah.
Where am I forgetting? Canberra.
Yeah. Those are the big ones that I know about.
There's a scene in Tasmania. I've never been. But you guys are great. They're great. They're dancing.
Cool. Oh. Well, it's good to know that there are things going on all over the world, even in parts of the world that I've never been to. I've always wanted to go to Australia. So, is there a big competition out there?
Yeah, we just had AJC. I was away. I didn't make it to that event, but yes, I think it's growing, hopefully. And I know folks had a good time, and that's what matters.
Oh, cool. All right, I see people claiming their spots on the floor. That must mean solo jazz is about to ensue.
The madness.
The madness. I see Nala, and there's Dave Fructose.
Dave Fructose.
All right.
I think I see Ani.
Okay.
Is that Ani?
Let's cut to the floor.
It is amazing. We have another competition here for you. This is the Solo Jazz Charleston Finals right here. We have 10 competitors. I'm going to call them out in a minute, but first, let me call my judges. Make some noise for these guys. We have Dave Fructose, Andy Reid, Nala King.
Aw, my husband just wrote in from his bed. Hi, John. I love you and I miss you.
Nice.
And Russia. Hey, Russia. St. Petersburg.
Rio.
Rio.
Make some noise for these guys. From the USA, Ryan Calloway. Start right here. From Italy, Vincenzo Fizzi. From France, Joyce Zambo. From the USA, John Taggart. From Korea, Rico Lim. From the USA, Ann Moni.
Yay,
Also from
Ann.
the USA, Laura Glaze. From Sweden, Felix Berhal. From Italy, Emmanuel Micheli. And from the USA, Morgan Kestner. All right. So here's how it's gonna go. First, you guys get one song as a little warm-up, a short little something. The band's gonna pick it and play it for you. And then we're gonna come back here and we're gonna do spotlights, jam style. I will explain. For now, get a spot on the floor. Get ready to dance. Audience, make them feel welcome. These are your finalists for the Solo Jazz Charleston competition.
Taiwan. Hey. The audience is really loud.
Shoot.
I'm sure you can hear that.
That's a tough field right there. Ooh.
Okay. They look good.
All right.
Make some noise for them, everybody. That's just their warm-up.
That's just the all skate. Now it gets real.
All right, competitors, please line that back up if you could in the order I called you out. Now here's how it's gonna go. We're gonna have this line right here. You're right after Joyce. And then Rico, there we go, you're good. That's how you do it. Okay. So these guys are gonna dance in order. Each competitor. John, you're scaring me, No. Okay, you don't talk and I'm gonna talk for a second. Ready? Here goes. When we do this, you guys are gonna get 8/8 counts 3 times through. Okay, you're gonna do it typewriter style coming down, and yes, we're gonna leave a big gap for the band because we want the band to see what you do, because if they watch you dance, they might play a little better for you. So you guys will get 8/8 counts 3 times through, and then they're gonna have a little drum break, and we're gonna do an all skate to the finish. Does that make sense, competitors? I think so. You know what you're doing. Audience, you ready to see them dance? They're excited tonight. All right, I'm gonna turn it over to Jonathan Stout. Here we go. We'll start it off with Ryan Calloway. Emmanuel.
He's trained in ballet. I'll just say that.
I can see that.
He's
Audience, you ready to see these guys dance?
Okay.
Make some noise now. Let's bring them home. Hey. Oh my God, make some noise. Make some noise,
I
everybody.
want to holler really loud, but I don't think you all would appreciate
Finalists for
that.
the Solo Jazz and Charleston competition.
Wow. So this is the
That's
first
right, get on your feet.
innovation of the night. And
Yeah.
maybe of the weekend for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
As far as
Give it up for the band one time.
so good.
Jonathan Stout and his Campus Many.
Woo!
You guys, make a line one time. Show these judges yourselves one more time. Just show yourself off. They're killing themselves for you. Audience, can you give it up one more time for your finalists? Amazing job. Take a bow, finalists. You deserve it. Amazing job. You guys are free to go. Thank you very much. The band's going to take a break, but we're going to keep dancing with social music in a minute. And then we'll be back to start the next set with the All-Star Strictly Lindy Hop Finals, so do not miss it, 1 a.m. Here we go, Mike Marcotte, let's hit it.
Think what you do, it's the way out you do it. Well, I can't say it like Ella does.
Okay,
but they're about to hear it now. Come on.
that is the finals of the Incredible Solo Jazz at the International Lindy Hop Championships. We are transitioning the room from the band into the DJ space. It's going to be a lot of dancing happening, and then there's actually one final division happening after this that we're unfortunately not going to be broadcasting, but you might get to see later. So we're going to show you some highlights in a little bit of some of this amazing dancing that we all saw. If you haven't voted yet, this is your chance to go and vote for who you thought was the best solo jazz dancer in this competition. Go to yehoodi.com/solo jazz so we can see who you thought kicked ass. There was a lot of ass kicking that went on. Before we get to the individuals, in general, how do you feel like it went out there?
Well, I really feel like it went off like a frog in a sock.
What?
It's an Australian saying. It is so right. Don't you agree? It went off like a frog in a sock, mate. It did. Look at all. Did you see them? They were like going crazy.
They were going crazy.
Alternatively, you could say it went off like a bull in a china shop.
It was very energetic. There was a lot of things happening, I guess you could say. Cool. I think we've got some recaps that we can check out. So looks like first up we've got Ryan Calloway from San Francisco. Always love seeing that guy. And Vincenzo. Always a force to be contended with.
I really enjoyed it. I thought he did great.
He's so hard to beat. Like, who could do that many jazz splits?
Well, maybe me, but I'd have to practice. See, you gotta practice, you guys. You might even be able to do that if you practice. Get in the studio, y'all.
Oh, nice. Slow-mo. That's Joyce from Paris. Street dancer / Lindy Hop solo jazz dancer. You can see a lot of different influences in his movement. Very explosive, right? Oh.
Nice extension.
Yeah.
Tatiana Coney distracting me.
Whoa. Oh. John Tigert
Yep.
from the States.
With the jazz hands.
He does
with
like the
little
jazz
shoulders.
hands.
You know, that.
Yeah, that's very Tigert. It's true. Always very smooth, that guy.
Yeah, I feel like you can see in some dancers. This is Rico from Seoul, Korea.
Yeah.
He's fabulous. At least for me tonight, some people gave me the goosebump factor, as I like to say. And for some folks, they're holding something back.
Yeah.
I feel as they're withholding something from us.
Yeah.
And then others are really bridging that gap, and it's a circle. It goes around and around. So hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. This is Anne. I got the goosebumps.
Definitely. She's just got such great energy, and she pushes it out. Her smile is amazing. Great fishtails.
Yeah, good line.
And Laura. Oh, so explosive.
Yeah, I thought she really pulled it together in the end. Her last one was...
The last one was
really
the best one, definitely.
See, how people get comfortable and how it evolves.
Wow. Felix.
Sweden.
It's amazing how comfortable these guys look dancing in these, like, fairly substantial suits.
Yeah, well, you know that thing, suit arms?
No.
You know where you kind of like do this?
Yeah.
And like you keep that's suit arms, because you can't really lift.
Right.
You don't have that range of movement.
Yeah. Oh.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
From Rome.
From Rome.
Italy.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you can see his training.
Yes. Ballet, you said?
Oh, absolutely. He told me. Many years.
Morgan, new to me. I'm really enjoying seeing her this year. Very young, very cute, got great style.
Yeah, she just made me feel a lot of things. And again, that's when I'm when I'm watching something, I want you to make me feel something too, about who you are and what the music is doing.
Absolutely. So I'm actually looking at the polls here, and there's some pretty clear standouts, actually. Let me refresh this and see if it's updated. Let's see.
Shout out to everybody in Melbourne. I love you guys. MRP.
Yeah.
Because I can.
Okay. So, oh, good. Looks like we're able to pull it up. Clear favorite from the crowd. Looks like Joyce from France. Got 32 votes already. Laura Glace, also a very strong contender with 19. Ryan Calloway, and then Vincenzo, and then Felix with a lesser number of votes. But lots of folks really liking Joyce. That's really interesting. I really like Joyce's style. It's definitely very different from everyone else. You're not seeing anyone move like that. And he's got his movement that very few other people can do.
Well, very few other people right here right
well,
now.
That's what I mean.
Like if you go outside of this bubble.
Yeah, she's definitely pulling in a lot of street dance sort of tricks and flash that would not be, you might see it in a club or something,
Yeah, it's nice to see that kind of the flash brought to the table, which then challenges others to maybe express some of that. But for me, it's really important that when you do a flashy movement, it makes sense with everything else, and that it's part of the story, and it's not just for that. Yeah. It's got to be useful, otherwise,
Yeah, exactly. I saw a similar thing with, I think it was Rico, who was doing some kind of sort of hip-hop kind of floaty movement around the floor, which is not necessarily vernacular jazz. I mean, it kind of worked, but I thought it was a really risky move to do that in the middle of the jam. I think it can add or it can be kind of distracting. It just depends where you're at and if the crowd is feeling it or not,
Well, I didn't say it, but I think Sting said it. I was listening to a lot of podcasts, the TED Radio Hour, and I just listened to one on creativity, and he talked about risk. Like, to be creative, you've got to be willing to take risks, and I appreciate that. And I'm speaking from, I'm like the first one to do it. So I like to see that people got out there and tried different things. Really good.
It's definitely risky. I know a lot of Lindy Hoppers who find the whole concept of being in a solo jazz competition like one of their nightmare scenarios.
Yeah.
Just like, what do you mean it's just me by myself and everyone's staring at me? And, it's intimidating, but I think it's really good for you as a dancer to get through that. What would you say to somebody who was like, I don't know if I should do it? Like, how is that going to help my Lindy Hop?
I would say, do what you're afraid of. That's what I try to adhere to. That was kind of my motto last year, and I got out there. I wasn't going to do it, and then I did it, and I just felt so expansive, and I was really grateful that I stepped up. And then this year, my new thing is everything is exactly as it should be. And so that's a nice way to deal with it, too. So just do it.
Aww.
Get out there. We love you. The audience, that's the thing, too. You forget about that component of it, that they're giving you energy and they're giving you support. So you are not alone, actually.
Aww. Yes. It's important to know that even if there's no one's holding your hand, that there's still people who are supporting you. But it's so much easier if you're holding someone's hand.
Isn't it? You can get away with a lot more.
You can get away with a lot more as well. So, well, awesome. I think that wraps it up for the solo jazz competition at ILHC. I think what I'd like to do. Yes, we'd love it if you were to support us in whatever ways you were comfortable. We do have a tip jar. If you go to /ILHC, Yehoodi.com/ILHC, at the top there's a little PayPal button. If you want to throw in a few bones to support us, if you thought today was great, we'd love to, get $2, $5, $10, whatever you want to do. There's also a Patreon if you think that you want to continue to support Yehoodi over a longer period of time to say like, oh, I love the track. I love Hey Mr. Jesse. I love Swing Nation. I love that you guys do live broadcasting. Here's $2 a month to help it make it easier for you guys to keep doing it. Head to our Patreon link. Got some fun little perks if you give it the higher level. But even a buck a month would be an awesome gesture that we'd all appreciate. And for those of you who already gave to our Indiegogo campaign, thank you so much for contributing. That's the reason we're here. We're here because you guys wanted us to be here. And look, it's actually happening. I think...
This is the disembodied voice of Manu again.
Hi, disembodied voice.
Hi, Manu.
Hi, Ramona. We got to show the contributors real quick. We got to show the little list of people who helped us out. So we'll get to that right now.
Okay. Alrighty, well thank you all of you for supporting us, making it possible for us to be here. I think we'll close out tonight, maybe show a little bit of the floor before we go. But just to say, this is just the first day. We've got 2 more days of amazing competition. So keep watching, tell your friends about it, to come to Yehoodi.com/ILHC. We're going to start off tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time with the Strictly Balboa Finals. And we've got some pretty cool guests that you're not gonna want to miss. There's also the Pro Classic, the Open Strictly Finals, and the Invitational Strictly with the incomparable Joe Hoffberg, of course, and lots of other goodies that we'll tell you about later. But we just want to thank you for watching, spending your evening with us from wherever you are all over the world. We've seen, 800, more than 800 of you at least watching. And please tell your friends, and we'll see you tomorrow. And thanks to Ramona for hanging out with us and giving us all your insight about solo jazz.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Good night, everybody.
Run so long.